All right, so by way of introduction, this is Bob Peppe, who's been a long-term insurance provider for all the investors in all of South Florida and around the country, actually. Bob, before we start on, I can't believe this happened for you specifically. Tell us about your business, because you're not going to be here tonight because you have a captain's meeting for a special fishing event, and I didn't want you to miss it. So tell us about the business.
The business of fishing, it's wonderful. And anytime I can go fishing, I will. But basically, my business and my business model over the last 10 years has been to specialize in insurance for real estate investors. While I do all types of insurance, and my office does, 95% of every day I spend talking to real estate investors like Dave Dinkle, whomever it is. That's what I do. So I have a unique perspective because I've seen a lot of different things from a lot of different people in a lot of different states. Yes, I'm not going to talk about you can't get it when you need it as much as the things that occur and you're just flabbergasted at what happens and how the lawyers and the people and everybody get involved. It's really kind of crazy what goes on out there. But this is the world we live in. You drive down I-95 and you see lawyer signs. One day I stopped and I had lunch at 12:30 and I turned on the news. And in the course of 10 minutes, I saw 6 different attorneys on the TV advertising to sue you, the real estate investor, for something. I'm going to tell you about 3 people that I had specific knowledge in. One was a friend of mine who bought a quad in Coral Springs, 2-story quad. I mean, anybody that's bought in Coral Springs knows that they have a lot of those out there. He was strictly a guy that buys them and he holds them and just cashes them out. About 8 months afterwards, after the purchase, he had the insurance, everything was going fine. The UPS guy, they go 150 miles an hour, as everybody knows, ran up the stairs, got onto the landing, slipped, fell, out of work while he was delivering a package. So it turns out, you say, well, how can the landlord be responsible? Right? Well, it turns out the people that he bought the quad from didn't use the right kind of tile. They didn't use the tile that has the grippy on it. They used maybe shiny tile. Of course, the lawyers get a hold of it. Policy limit claim, $1 million went to that guy for the fact that he didn't have grippy on his tile. Of course, he went to Home Depot and he bought that stuff you paint on, and now he has grippy on it. I think actually he sold it. But regardless, it's just unbelievable how things like that occur. And I'm not talking about insurance because you buy insurance, you don't buy insurance, that's your own business. But these are the things that you have to understand are out there happening every day. Another one is a customer which Dave knows, and I've done hundreds of deals with them. They bought a house on Thursday. They buy everything for cash. So a lot of times insurance is an afterthought. If the closing agent isn't hounding you, if the lender isn't hounding you, sometimes Bob's the last guy you want to call because it's just another check you have to write. But for whatever reason, I guess it's good living, on that Thursday they called me and they were getting ready to work on Monday, getting everything lined up. Sunday evening, a group of kids broke into the garage and they decided to have a party. They have one of those little bonfire deals. Boom, the whole house went up in flames. Policy limit claim when you hadn't even walked in there. They happen every day. I mean, that's pretty believable, although if you were the one holding the deed to that deal, it's pretty unbelievable that it occurs. Now, I had another customer of mine who's a new customer, basically this year. He buys a lot of property, and he bought a property and he started rehabbing it, but they didn't have electric. They had a problem with the meter out back. So the guys came in, they used the generators. The lady next door didn't like the sound of the generator. She went over and told him, turn off the generator. I don't know what they said, but regardless, the generator continued to run. And they worked through the day. They went home. And when they came to work the next day, every single window was broken. Every drywall wall inside had a hole in it. All the appliances were destroyed. So I'm not going to talk about insurance on this one. I'm just going to say, when you do a rehab, the most important thing is to make sure your neighbors are happy, because it's their neighborhood, not yours, that you're changing. And you better be sure that they understand that you're doing everything you can to make their neighborhood better, and not you're an interloper that's looking to make money off of their backs, because they can do a lot more damage than you care to know about. So there are 3 simple items that you look at it and you say, wow.
Well, thank you.
I appreciate you taking the time to let me speak in this manner, Dave.
Well, I didn't want to keep you off the water. That's what's most important.
There are things that are more important than insurance and real estate.
So again, Bob, thank you very much.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.